Good day, folks. Thumbs up to the strong coming to you. Today, we are talking about Twinrivers Strength Fest is 1 week out. Next Saturday, Sunday, it's coming up. But before we start, let's give a small shout out to that great Western Canada strongman show that was in Calgary. And it did not disappoint. I was able to catch it in the afternoon yesterday, and I was on the edge of my seat. Incredible battles, just incredible feats. Like I was saying in the last podcast, a lot of veterans, a few veterans, some that are coming up and some that are just on fire. And without ado, let's just give the shout out to the guys who made it happen. The top three, Colton Sloan. He is the second time, is two-time repeat Western Canada's. Colton, awesome. And we are so grateful for you. And Cam Saint-Amand, another man who just turned pro at the Nationals to 2025. And incredible. You just, Colton Sloan, Cam Saint-Amand, you guys are on fire, and you're just you're just making it happen. And Cam Saint-Amand, you're just a machine. You're just a machine. And Colton Sloan, you bring it every time. And for the, for what you put in that work and being the first of the, I forget your First Nations you've got. And anyways, good to you. I'm so proud. I'm so happy. I'm so grateful for our Canadians, Western Canadians that just put on a great show yesterday. And of course, we have third place. We had Sean Hayes. I want to say in our parts here on the island, he's our local goat, and he never disappoints. He always puts on a good show. And my thought on it is if he stayed healthy, he would do really well. And sure enough, he did. He did one of those tumbles, and he managed to steal the crowd with a kind of a stance afterwards. And anyways, that's so Sean. Thank you, Sean. Thank you for all three. And Darcy Bone, my good friend Darcy Bone, you had a good showing. That's incredible. Austin Ryan is like, I look at you and I think of a hybrid. You know, like you're probably not one of the bigger athletes that were there, but man, did you pack a full punch. And anyways, I'm inspired by that. Billy Hornaday is like, wow, the Indonesian Hulk, 5th place. That's pretty amazing. Again, it's like you did so well with the bags. You did well with the yoke. The farmers stood out. You stood out yesterday. You just, I think, was it last year? I think you got 6th. So you're on a good climb. You're climbing. You're making your way up, and so grateful for you. Yes. Let's move on to Twinrivers Strength Fest. So before I start, also with Western Canada's, a lot of these athletes I don't really know. I had an idea who they were, but man, are they can bring it. So there was like a lot of powerful athletes that some of us can only dream of lifting and moving some of those weights that you guys were moving yesterday. So for that, we are grateful. Yes, moving on to Twinrivers Strength Fest. All these shows, they don't happen without sponsors and the involvement of the community. And having a few words with Jeremy Phelps last week, it just made me realize how grateful we should be that the strongman community is one. It's like no other. The people that step up to volunteer, people that just do the hard work, the setup, just helping refereeing, and just it's just incredible. So we should be grateful for that. So, but for two of the sponsors that I know of for Twinrivers Strength is Passman Construction. He's built a catapult. Now I was like, I want one of those for my grandkids. And he's got sleds, he's got loading platforms for some of the events that we'll have. So that's just incredible. So, we are grateful for that. Steve Passman, just a lot of the involvement within the community is just what this is all about. And so grateful for you, Stephen Passman. Passman Construction, thumbs up to you. And this year, too, for the Viking Press, we've got Country Custom Fabricating. Rachel Bonnet has been, she's been providing and adding some equipment for these shows a fair bit. And, for years, Country Custom Fabricating is they've served Kamloops, and I'm sure Rachel Bonnet is part of that. So we are so grateful for Country Custom Fabricating. Kudos to you, Country Custom Fabricating. Thank you, Rachel. And so in this show this year, last year they had powerlifting and strongman. So anyways, this year they've improved the sports. There's powerlifting as well, strongman, and there's arm wrestling. So this year it's going to be, and there's over 82 athletes. So if you are in Kamloops next Saturday and Sunday, you need to get out to the Sandman Center. And it's going to be a show to remember, I'm sure. Another thing I wanted to give a shout out is Northern Strength Podcast. Tyson Delays, he has interviewed Christian Candemir, the under 90 pro that will be taking part in the Pro-Am in this show in the Twinrivers Strength Fest. So, and also Robin Killoran. So I've listened to both of them, and they're very enlightening. It's Tyson's got a gift about just, you know, with Christian, I think he let him speak, and he brought out, you know, his character and what he's done, and just about the sport. With Robin, is a little bit more laid back, but man, I'm inspired. And Robin is a new coach, pro. He gained his pro card last year at Nationals, so he's making his strides, and he's moving on upwards. And I call him the silent killer because he's not very loud, but on the platform he's like he's extra loud. He moves a lot of stuff, and we are grateful for you, Robin. And Christian, sounds like you're a super guy. You just anyways, we look forward to having you in Kamloops. So because I was there last year as a fan. My son was in it last year, and just some of the names that I remember. I will speak on a few of the things to consider, things to remember, and things that stand out, and grateful for, and just pointing out. So I will miss some names on here, but I'm sure that once I go through this competition again this weekend, I'll probably be able to tell you some more about some people who will make their mark on the show that I don't really know much about. But in the novice lightweight teams, we have Jocelyn and Kennedy Clancy. They were there last year, I do believe. And I think Dad is in it this year. And I'm not sure about the mom, but the Clancys are going to be there, and I think the son as well this year is going to be there. Under 57, under 64, we got Tracy Mounsey and Jess Kennedy. Jess Kennedy, we know her. Me and my wife saw her last year, and we became an instant fan just of her energy, her pizzazz, and just go-getter attitude. And Tracy Mounsey, I think she's worked her way up. So we're excited to see what that happens. Under the 82 in the Open, the only one that I recognized was Michelle Moret, and she was there last year, and she made her mark, and she's making her mark. I think she qualified from one of the interior competitions this year for Western Canada's the strongest and woman. So if someone to keep an eye out on is Michelle Moret, and I'm sure that by the end of this show, a few people else will have something to say about that. But Michelle, keep your eye on her. She's just she's a go-getter. And the novice heavyweight, we have Shania Taves. I hope I'm saying your last name right. And Sandra Passman. Now I haven't met Sandra Passman, but I think I've seen her in some of the strongman shows. So there's going to be some incredible battles this week, and I'm going to be part of that, and I'm excited. And anyways, under the 73, we have Tiffany Clark and Elena McCullough. Elena McCullough, I think she got injured in between last year's show and this year, so she's getting ready to make her mark and come out. And when she wasn't injured, she was a beast. Like she's really good at this sport. And anyway, so I just want to say keep an eye out on her and Tiffany Clark. And the only thing I'll say about that is I've seen her, and I think she's probably similar to me, like vocal, very vocal. Just let it out, and just anyway, she's incredible. So we're going to have some incredible battles in that. And under 73, I think there's 6 competitors. So it's going to be a hefty class to go with. In the Masters plus 40, we have Courtney Johnson. And we know Courtney. She's done amazing things in BC and the Nationals, and as well for Arnold's. Masters over 50, the people that I do recognize is Michelle Petrie. I think she started last year, and I think she's coached by Jake Birkeland and Sylvia Stockel. And Sylvia Stockel, she's probably our local GOAT woman on the island in terms of how much she's done. She does powerlifting, she does strongman. She's just a go-getter. She gets after it. And if you get a chance to talk to her about strength, she's just incredible. Great conversation to have. In the men's rosters, we have the team. We have Luke Fawcett and Paul Sabatino. So anyways, these 2 guys I don't know. And then we have an adaptive athlete. So awesome. So Warren Ray. So this year, and I think adaptive is when somebody's got an injury and they just cater the movements in the event so that they can compete and do them. So it incorporates, it helps, encourages people to come into the sport. And that is incredible. That's awesome. It's like so grateful for Twinrivers Strength. Jeremy, thank you for doing all you do for the sport and bringing it up. Under 90, we got that Clint Gamble, Liam Grant, and Ryan DeLong. Liam Grant, he's been making his mark. He's been competing against my son the last couple of years, and Liam is just on his way up. He's climbing up. So Clint Gamble, I don't think I've met him, but I know who he is, and I think Ryan DeLong, I know who he is as well. So that's going to be some pretty good battles. In the under 105, there's going to be 7 competitors. So that's a pretty hefty class as well. Kyle Evanoff, Calvin Tedesco, and Andrew Bettles. Kyle Evanoff, he's a pro. He was in the Pro-Am under 90 last year. He's an arm wrestler as well. I think he's just doing the strongman this weekend. Calvin Tedesco, I've watched him last year. I think he podiumed last year at Twinrivers Strength, and he's just a beast. He's just strong. And if you get a chance to follow him on Instagram, he's crazy. He does some pretty amazing, crazy stuff to train, but that's what gets results. And when you see him, you'll understand why I say that. He's just a phenomenal athlete. You got novice lightweight. The only guy that I know of, I don't think I've met him, is Sean Tomlin. But just by watching him, I think he's coming up, and it's incredible to see, and it's neat to see because I think he's a master. So he's competing in a novice lightweight, and there's going to be in that group it's going to be 5, so it's going to be like a pretty good group to go into. In the novice heavyweight, you got the Brad Goodchild. I've seen him, I think, at the Caribous, I want to say Caribous, and anyways, he'll show up. He's going to be good. And under 120, we got Jake Birkeland. I think he's coming back. I want to say that'll be his 2nd competition since his injury, and he's on his way back. He's a coach. He's a phenomenal athlete, and look for him. Look for him to do something. And like I said, a lot of these athletes that are in these groups I have not mentioned because I don't really know a whole lot about. But and then you've got the Masters 40 plus lightweight. And you got Ken Bates, Jason Clancy, part of the Clancy family. Way to come back too. I think Jason, you had an injury and you're coming back, so that's awesome to see. And then Stefan Hall, we all know who he is. He's he went to nationals and he did really well. So these are the 3 guys that I know of. There's more guys in this group, but these are the guys I can speak of. And Ken Bates, I think the first year our son was in strongman, I saw him in provincials, and not very tall, but man, he's a beast. He's going to show up and he's going to give everybody a run for their money. Masters heavyweight, Chris Grasnitz. I mean, this guy, he's on a tear. It's he's just I'm inspired by this guy. He just he goes and he knows what he's got to do and he just does it. Again, there's other people that he's going against, but there's not a whole lot that seems to be that standing in his way. He just goes for it and he gets it. So Chris, we're grateful for you. Just keep going and doing what you're doing, and all the athletes, give her. Masters over 50. My group. We got Siggy Peters and then Steve Passman. And Steve Passman, well, you know, he's only been in the sport for a couple years, I think. But the accomplishments that he's done in a very short time is just incredible. Ziggy, I've seen him. I think he's got the look. You've got the look with the colored beard. Is it the beard? Anyways, but looking forward to meeting you and competing against you and with you, and of course myself. So it's gonna be an incredible weekend. And we've got the Open, and in this one we've got 11. That's the most athletes in any class, and it's pretty filled up. Some of the names that I know: Kyle Francotti, I haven't met him, but I know he is, and he's going to be solid. Ian McCloy, like he's got his strengths, and he's going to show up. You got Lawrence Kane, I know him. Dan Mursino, and this guy's going to bring it too. I think I've seen Dan get a PR on his deadlift this year, and if you get a chance to see Dan Ursino, he always his biggest crowd and his biggest cheerleaders are his kids. So if he's able to have his kids there this year, it's going to be incredible. Just watch this guy. It's awesome to see how they just love their dad to do the strongman. Justin Fowlis, he's a solid competitor. He's going to bring it as well. And Alex Lawrence, how can you not know him? Well, he was our 2025 provincial champ, so he's going to be in the top there somewhere. That's my guess. Anyways, Tom Gunson, another guy who brings it. He's a big boy. He's just going to be able to do it. Under the 90 Pro-Am, I mentioned some of the names that I know, and there's some guys I don't. Tyson DeLay, he's the reigning champion from last year, coming to defend his title. And Carlos Monsalve, well, he was in this show last year, and I think it'll be probably a good experience for him from last year to this year. It looks like he's put in a lot of work. He's just it looks like he's making gains and getting better. And of course, you got Robin Killoran, and like I said, this guy is. He's for real, and I call him the silent killer. And you just if you just watch him, just watch what he does. He's pretty solid all around, and I think you probably knows he's going to be in the top there somewhere. And you got the Christian Candemir, and of course on the Northern Exposure podcast with Tyson DeLay, he's a pro as well. So that should be interesting to see how they make out. Going with that, I was wanting to talk about my thumbs up of the week, and it's pretty obvious to me. The Steve Passman construction, you get a thumbs up for the involvement and being able to help out this Twinrivers Strentgh Festival. You got Jeremy Phelps, the organizer of these great shows that he put it on last year. And he always seems to be able to make it happen. And he gets the involvement of the community, and it's such a close-knit community. And I think he did mention that last year he had such success that after the show of Twinrivers, he was able to have a show a month later. And just because people are aware of what this show did and what it does and the success of it, and people were wanting to be involved in it. We are grateful too for Country Custom Fabricating, and people just helping the sport go up. Everybody's involvement, the volunteers, it's incredible. I just love the community feel of the sport of strongman. So that's incredible, and I'm excited for the show. It's 1 week out, and I'm feeling honestly beat up, but strong, but not as beat up as I have been in the past. And I'd like to expand on that a little bit. I was just thinking about we all have our thing, right? We all have our diet, our protocols, what we follow. And anyways, I was gonna speak about it. We all or do our protein, we take our protein or creatine. I'm pretty sure all the athletes do that. But I was going to give a small rundown of what I take and what helps me keep my energy. I drive a truck, and I drive about 10, 11 hours a day, and I need the energy so that when I finish my shift that I can come home and train. So anyways, I was gonna start with vitamin D. It's like vitamin D for me is a big. I take it and I need it, and I usually take it at night. I also take magnesium. Magnesium as well as glycinate. It's really it's needed. It's helpful for our bones. It's helpful for our mind. It's helpful for our sleep. So, and then with these products, this is a product that my wife has been taking. We have been taking for years, and I love them. Super B. I take vitamin B, and through this this current prep for Twin Rivers, I've increased my vitamin B, and it's made a world of difference, especially because I started increasing my aerobic work. Like I ride my bike 3 times to work. So anyways, some days if beforehand, I would just take vitamin B, but I would just gas out. But anyways, what I've been able to increase my vitamin B, and it's helped me immensely. But Super B with Young Living has been helpful for me. I also take sulfurzyme. It's like it's good for the joints. I've been taking that for about 4 or 5 years, maybe more. Even when I was powerlifting, it was quite incredible. So it's very good for your joints, and it's good for energy as well. So I do take Ninja Red. I usually take it in a Ninja Red pack. So this has got wolfberry in it, and it's a nutritional benefit for me. Anyways, I use it part of my diet. It's helpful. I also take a Nitro. It's a Ninja Red pack Nitro. This one is more for the cognitive mind. Like it helps me focus. It helps me be on top. And Ninja Red and Nitro, they do have caffeine as well, so that's a big help in that department. I have been taking this on and off for years, and it's nutmeg. And anyways, for me, is I like to put it on my hands, and I put it in my lower back on the side. I don't know how to say it, but it just feels like when you feel like you're just missing an edge, I put that on my lower back, and it just gives me a jump. Like it's like waking up your dendrites, activating your dendrites. So anyways, that's what it's done for me. And anyways, with Young Living again, peppermint. I love peppermint. I've used it for powerlifting. People use smelling salts. I don't use smelling salts a whole lot. It hasn't been my thing. And you know what? Smelling salts are great. I use them once in a while, not a lot. But with the peppermint, man, I just snort that, put up my nose, and it's very helpful if you want to stay alert. I use it driving the truck, so helpful. I also use frankincense. Frankincense is good. It helps me. I like to put it on my chest, especially if I'm around a lot of cut grass because I got hay fever and stuff. But playing sports of hockey and rugby, I usually would put some on my chest, and it's almost like it opens up your air passages. Anyways, it helps you breathe a little better. And some of those moving events next week, we're probably going to need that. The duck walk and the sled drag and the farmer's walk to the log, and it's gonna be fun. I'm excited. I'm really excited for it. I really want to send a shout out to Strength the Collective for their app that has helped me go through the Nick Best prep for this show, and it's been really helpful. The 250-pound bag that was not being able to be lifted 3 months ago now I'm able to lift it. So next Saturday we'll see what I can do with it, and I'm excited about that. Yeah, pretty well. That's pretty well it. I just wanted to give a shout out to everyone that's getting ready. I'm getting excited to see everybody, getting excited to do this show. At the same time, I'm realizing that I'm gonna have my hands full with Mr. Passman, Stephen Passman. You're a beast, but I'm gonna bring the beast in myself and do what I can do, and we'll all have a good day, all the competitors. So for now, I just want to send greetings to everybody and saying hi, and give the show a like if it appeals to you. Give it a subscribe. Whenever I get close to 50, I'm able to do lives. I would be able to do lives at the show. So Twinrivers Strength Fest would be an incredible place to do that. Anyways, folks, I'm excited. The next time I do this, we will probably have done Twinrivers Strength Fest, and there will be much to speak about. All the best. Have a good week. We'll see you soon.